Hi everyone, this is James Hirshfield, Director of Instruction at Reunion Resort for 5 Simple Keys, and I'd like to continue and follow up with really the second part of Joe Mayo, or Trackman Maestro, great driver video on how to optimize your golf ball flight for the driver. So we know that you want to hit up on the driver approximately 2 degrees. So how did Joe do it? Let's recap. The first piece was to make sure that the ball is teed up. The second piece, make sure the ball position is forwards, opposite your left toe, just in front of your shoulder, so that the club travels to the bottom of the arc and slightly ascends. The third piece was to make sure you slide the hips forwards, not have the head tilting backwards. And then the final piece was to make sure that the butt of the club and club head arc are wide enough in the downswing so that everything lines up, not by pulling the grip end down too drastically, causing you to tilt back and hit down on the ball too much. So if we know that we're hitting up on the driver 2 degrees, because the club travels down and out, when it travels up, it also travels in. Given that the vertical swing plane of a driver is approximately 45 degrees, a 7-iron would be more, a little higher, so 45 degrees, we know that for each degree of down is 1 degree of out, and for 1 degree of up is 1 degree in. So if we're hitting 2 degrees up, that would give us a resultant path of 2 degrees inward. But if we had a square club face, that ball would start straight and cut. So how do we make this ball draw? That's what I'd like to add today. So we know that the club is going to be the primary determinant of where the ball starts. So the club face needs to be approximately 1 degree open. Now if we know that this club is travelling 2 degrees left, we need to shift everything at least 3 degrees to the right to allow the ball to draw back, so that there would be a 1 degree open face, swinging 3 degrees to the right to allow for the up would have approximately 1 degree open face and a 1 degree rightward path. That ball would be a straight push a little bit. Or if we adjusted it 4 degrees to the right, that ball would push and draw back. So to do this, these are the 4 pieces I'd like you to do. First of all, close your hips and shoulders and feet at setup. So notice that I'm not closing myself by moving around the golf ball. I'm going to just close my feet and close my shoulders without moving the ball position. That would be the first piece of the puzzle. That allows us to shift everything more to the right so that we can now swing from the inside out. So again, we're trying to rotate the bottom of the circle to the right so that the final path, when it's travelling up, is still going to be to the right relative to the target. So again, we're going to close our feet, hips and shoulders. That's going to adjust this to the right. We're going to make sure that in the backswing we turn our hips and shoulders evenly all the way through so that the left arm is inward. Third piece, slide the hips forwards. That's going to help keep the club travelling from the inside. If you get to the top and you just turn, we can see that everything gets shifted outward and will make us start cutting across the ball. So close your feet, hips and shoulders. Turn your hips and shoulders to the top. Slide your hips forwards. And then the last piece is to extend and raise the handle all the way through to the finish. So the last piece from front on view. Slide the hips forwards. Now start pushing the belt buckle upwards with the hands. We don't want you to get halfway into the downswing and then just start turning. That will make the club start moving across the golf ball. So to recap, how do we hit up on the driver? Tee the ball up, tee the ball forward, slide the hips and have a nice wide arc. How do we still make the ball draw? We have to shift everything more to the right so that the final path is still rightward and more so than the club face is pointing. Close the hips and shoulders. Turn everything during the backswing. Slide the hips forwards as well. And extend and raise the handle. You'll see that the club head is going to travel much more inward to outward, helping you draw every golf ball. I hope this helps help you hit drivers higher and further with a little draw. You can follow me on Twitter at Hirshfield and the great Trackman Maestro at Trackman Maestro. Thank you.